Hello everybody and welcome to 2024's Player 2 Games Watch List. We're here to look at the games that are coming out this year that are likely to tickle your fancy. First on the list, first-person shooters. X-Defiant. I have to admit that at first I was very skeptical about X-Defiant. The idea of smashing a bunch of Ubisoft properties into a competitive FPS made me cringe, and the less said about the name, the better. But thanks to my time with the game during various beta periods, I have done a complete 180 and am now quite excited about how X-Defiant is shaping up, even if I'm still not excited about the name. My original fear was that X-Defiant would be some sort of Overwatch clone, but in actual fact it's much closer to classic Call of Duty, specifically Black Ops, in nature. It carries the same satisfying gameplay loop that Blops nailed so many years ago. There are also some concerns though, namely about how the free-to-play model will work upon release, and the beta did highlight some balance problems. But in all, this is shaping up to be a throwback to a time when online shooters were a bit simpler, a bit cleaner. And frankly, I'm all for it.
Have fun with players of all.
Stalker 2, Heart of Chernobyl. When we say a game has been in development hell, we usually mean that there has been organisational problems that have caused the game to be delayed over and over again. But when I say Stalker 2 has been in development hell, I mean it in the most literal sense. The developers, GSC Game World, have been building the game in bunkers, bomb shelters and safe houses during the current Russian invasion of Ukraine. To say that this must be tough is probably the understatement of the century. Despite all that, the game is looking fantastic and is almost certain to be a dark, depressing and engaging post-apocalyptic adventure that fans of the original games and games like Metro should absolutely be excited for. Angerfoot. How does one describe something like Angerfoot? I think the easiest way to simply say that it is a game that only could be published by Devolver Digital. From the footage, it feels like Angerfoot takes Hotline Miami, puts it in the first-person perspective, and it adds a whole bunch of insanity and humour to the mix. There is a real riot of colour and action that promises to be unlike anything else on the market. The question I have is, how will the concept hold up over a whole game? Will it be short-lived novelties, or something that becomes a cult classic? I can see it going either way, if I'm honest. Hopefully it nails the insane premise when the game comes out later this year. Destiny 2, The Final Shape. Destiny 2 feels like it is standing on the edge. The luster has worn off Bungie's once unstoppable juggernaut, and even the most die-hard players are struggling to stay engaged with the game on a regular basis. This means that The Final Shape, the story finale that the game has been working towards for years, has a lot resting on its shoulders. But Bungie has had their backs against the wall before and has come out on top, so I am quietly confident that The Final Shape can deliver on what fans are looking for, and hopefully bring back some lapsed players as well, including myself. I really hope Bungie nails it this time round. It would be such a shame to see a game with this legacy fade off into the darkness. Judas. This, of all the games on this list, is the most mysterious. It's the first game from famed developer Ken Levine since BioShock Infinite, and as a result it has some high expectations on its shoulders. After all, his track record does speak for itself. But what is Judas about? Well, not much is known. A few screens and the intro trailer certainly show a BioShock type experience, but apart from that, who knows? I for one am extremely excited about this game because it has the most potential, but I worry that now Ken has struck out on his own, without the backing of 2K, he may run into resource issues and have to cut back or compromise on his vision due to the mighty dollar. Fingers crossed that this isn't the case and we do actually see the game this year. So there you have it, 5 first-person shooters that you should be keeping an eye on in 2024. Did we miss one? Make sure you let us know in the comments, and head over to player2.net.au to check out all of our news, reviews, previews, opinion pieces and podcasts. Like and subscribe to the video down below, and if you like what you saw, check out the video on the top left. Thanks for joining us, and we'll catch you next time on Player 2.
The game.